Sagittarius, welcome to your general reading for 11 till 19 May with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. Sagittarius, I want you to think of that one burning question that has brought you to this reading, because at the end of the reading, we're going to draw you a oracle card there from the Spellcasting Oracle for some guidance on that. Meanwhile, welcome to the reading. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. And if you haven't yet done so, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. All right, so Sagittarius, dealing with a Sagittarius, wherever you got Sagittarius in your chart, grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Now, I can't remember 100% for certain, but I do think that this message, I think this card came out for Capricorn as well. So if you may be dealing with a Capricorn, or you've got a strong Capricorn placement, you might want to go look at that reading. But, through grace and through gratitude, joy is expanding. So it's a sense where you want to focus on what is already going well in order for that to multiply. Okay? So by focusing on what's already going well, it actually beautifully multiplies for you. All right, Sagittarius. So you are called to a little bit of introspection, to a little bit of deeper breathing, so that you can see what is it in your life that is already working well. This is the magic formula to getting exactly what your heart desires. Becoming quiet, taking a deep breath, becoming present, and then, just focusing around you, what is going well. So you are not necessarily called too much to a space of action, my beautiful Sagittarius. You are more called to a space of silence, contemplation, and observation. Okay. And as you do, and you start focusing on all the blessings that are already in your life, they will multiply. So focusing on the blessings in your life will actually allow them to multiply. All right. Tell me, where in the world are we connecting from, beautiful, amazing Sagittarius? I'm Adrian Nelson and I'm in South Africa. All right, so let's see what message do we have for you from the spell. Well, the Spellcasting Oracle is the message that we're going to go through at the end, but from the Dreamweaver's Oracle, I actually created a really, really beautiful self-development coaching, as well as psychic development and oracle card reading, beautiful all-encompassing course that is available in the links down below in the description, with some other links for other courses, and also if you want to have a personal reading. When the grit became a pearl. This is such a beautiful message. So, you have been under a lot of pressure, Sagittarius, but this is a space where, instead of just being a grain of sand and sort of like crumbling under the weight of, pretty much everything, this is a beautiful, beautiful space that is confirming to you that you have sort of like, pretty much turned lemons into lemonade. All right. It is a space here that is reminding you that you have accessed something powerful inside of you. Something really powerful is being developed. And I want you to look back, Sagittarius, at all of the challenges and the trials and tribulations that you have gone through. Because if you do and you look back, you will actually realize that those trials and tribulations have eventually started to expand to your benefit. So see how the past is paying off. Okay, see what has happened in the past. How is it paying off? How is it making you stronger? How you have gone through many, many challenges, but take a look and see how it's actually paid off, where you currently are. Okay, so 2 cards. I'm going to leave that one over there. 4 of Cups. Beautiful, because 4 of Cups is all about balance. Okay, 4 is an energy that's all about balance. And 4 of Cups is an energy that lets you know that, your only goal is emotional balance. All right? So you have just one goal to strive for. And if you do, sorry, it will lead you to really, really great success, my incredible Sagittarius. And if that resonates with you, place your hand on your heart, take a breath and say yes. So what you, between this 11 and 19 May period, what you want to focus on, my beautiful Sagittarius, is really balancing that you know, that inner equilibrium. They're like what makes you feel good. Prioritize personal peace, and as you do, you will see that things will expand for you better and better, more and more and more, because there'll be more gratitude, and that will let the joy expand. There'll be more abundance. This is in love, this is in money, this is in health, this is in career, it's in all those beautiful things. When the grid became a pearl, you got the moon energy for it, which is Pisces energy. Now, Pisces is the most psychic sign in the zodiac energy. Pisces is all about spiritual transformation. It is about endings and then going, you know, that lead to new beginnings. But you are called here for emotional honesty, which is also essentially emotional maturity. And this is not about you can't feel this, you can't feel that. This is the energy that says, that ask you, what are you feeling, Sagittarius? And give yourself permission to feel exactly that. You know, you can be aggravated by what a situation and still be grateful for what you have. All right, so acknowledge your feelings, pay attention to your feelings. Your feelings are your map in this road of life that we are living, in this journey of life. And when we discard them and we don't allow ourselves to feel whatever it is that we are feeling, then we are essentially telling the map that we don't need it, we don't want it. And then it stops serving us. You know, and then you begin to feel a little bit like you are, you know, like in the middle of the night when we go to somebody else's house, we sleep over there and we want to go to the bathroom. You know, in the middle of the night, the path is not so clear. It's a feel, touch, it's a toe sort of thing. Okay? So, I mean, you don't really want that feel, touch, hit your toe sort of thing. And this is the energy that is very present when you don't just pause and breathe and say how far you have come. There might be a current problem that is really, really, you know, it's really challenging you. Yes, it's not the easiest thing in the world. But let's see what guidance we have for that. Four of Swords. You are called to rise above a situation. Now, you know, how do I put this? When you're called to rise above a situation, it doesn't mean that you kind of go out and say, like, well, can't be bothered, you know, that sort of thing. It is about recognizing, realizing, accepting, and then also following through on the fact that you have sort of done what you needed to do in a certain physical space, in a certain emotional space, in a certain mindset space, and now it's time for you to move on to the next level. But remember, your emotions are your guide. So when we don't listen to our emotions, that is when we start getting a little bit lost in the world. That is when the logic takes over. And when the so-called logic takes over, that is when the mind goes and says, okay, last time this happened, that was the outcome. Wasn't so well. Let's do everything we can possibly do to prevent it, because your subconscious mind is 100% pain avoidant. If your subconscious mind believes that you are going to be disadvantaged by something, no matter how hard you try, it's not going to happen. So feel the feelings. When you say, this is my dream, this is my vision that I want to strive for, you know, then ask yourself, what are the feelings that are coming up? What are the conflicting, contradictory feelings that are coming up? Okay? So in order to have your vision manifested, because it can be manifested now, you have to follow this step, you know, follow your intuition like that. Eight of Cups, it is definitely time for you to expand to more. So again, it's about going to that next level. You are ready for that next level. And here's the thing with going to that next level. For many of you, you might feel despondent, you might feel nervous, because what does this next level entail? You know, what is it that you need to do? You might see so many details. You might think it's never going to work. Oh my goodness this, oh my goodness that. But this is a space where you first and foremost want to feel your feelings, acknowledge your feelings, see how you feel, allow yourself to feel that, and that's it. It's not a space of action. You know, the logical mind can take a holiday here, all right? The logical mind is going to say, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, that can go wrong, and that can go wrong. Remember last time you did this, and that, and that, and that, and that. You know, maybe in the comments share with everybody else, how do you deal with the everyday stress of life, my beautiful Sagittarius? You know, and we are sharing in order to support each other. All right, so going to that next level, it brings a lot of success. Okay, going to the next level brings you a lot of success, a lot of beautiful personal success, the highest possible success. Okay? Sorry. Again, it's coming up here with the emotions. What is holding you back? What is it that's holding you back? Are you currently feeling in a deep space of disappointment, maybe? Okay? You want to find a way to deal with that because it is blocking you from expanding to that next level that you are ready for. And it's bringing in confusion. Because I can see that for many of you, Sagittarius, at this point where you are, you might be in a space of, I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what to do. I've done my best. Do I do anything else? Do I leave it alone? What you want to do is you want to feel what you feel. A good idea is to take a piece of paper or your journal. I'm a very big promoter of journaling. Your journal, and you just write down everything that you are feeling, everything that is coming up in the mind. It is just a way of getting it out of your system. It's like clearing the flow, and then you can look at the actual issue. Okay? But ignoring how you feel and, you know, being in this very bubblegum spirituality space of like you should always just be so happy, you know, that is not realistic. Okay? So allow yourself to feel your feelings and process your feelings. What is that one burning thought on your mind? As you can see, these cards are doing funky things. So there is a space of confusion that is happening here in the mind. Career. Okay? There is great opportunities for career expansion, for self-sufficient expansion, to make more money. You know, maybe you want to consider that it's time to expand your career, to take it to a next level. Now could be the time to ask for that promotion, to say, I deserve more money. Start your own business, expand upon it, maybe start a new career. All right, what is maybe the current frustration in the career that you are having? You know, maybe you've learned from that you needed to learn, and now you are ready to, you know, to really go to that next level. Okay? And give yourself permission to, and yes, when you say we can be excited and we can feel a little bit nervous and stuff like that, it's normal. But it is time to open yourself to beautiful personal growth. Okay? Beautiful personal growth. The kind of personal growth that brings money. Lots of it. All right. And if it resonates with you, go ahead, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath and say yes to it. Write in the comments, I claim it. Yes, I claim it for myself. And I look very much forward to connecting with you on the next video.